So these components, when they're sitting on the shelf in the library, these are referred to as classes. Now a class is this chunk of code that has not been put into a program yet. So a class is kind of like a recipe that I can instantiate in the program. When I instantiate the class into a program, it now becomes an object. So it's only an object once I've tucked it into a program. When it's still sitting on the shelf, it's called a class. Now the class, as I said, is a component or an object, and it has many characteristics or attributes. I can modify those attributes before or as I instantiate the object. In other words, I can take one class that says draw me a shape, and as I instantiate it, I can define the shape as a square. Or the next time I instantiate it, I can define that the shape is going to be a circle. And the next time I instantiate it, I can define that the shape will be a triangle. So I can modify these attributes and implement the class or instantiate the class into different objects. This is referred to as polymorphism. We're going to see this in just a few moments. Here, again, is the object. So first we had the class. That's the recipe on the shelf. Now that we've instantiated it into a program, it's referred to as an object. And we have all the attributes defined now. So now it actually is a functioning component inside a program, and it actually is performing some process work, and it has input and it has output. And the process that we're implementing inside is referred to as a method. We're going to see that in a moment as well. Here we go. The processes that are performed within the object are referred to as the object's method. That's the work that the object is performing on the data. And then we have an input to the object and we have outputs from the object. Those communications between objects are referred to as messages. You need to understand what a method is and what the message is. Messages are communications between objects. The method is the processing that occurs within the object. What is this object doing? Some examples are we might be requesting user credentials, we might be adding numbers to one account while we're subtracting numbers from another account as we transfer money, or we might be making a simple query of a database.